welcome back to Gens Before Friends, episode 22. We're going to talk about everything 8th anniversary event happening right now, Twisted Masquerade. We're going to give you all the details and let you know our thoughts. I am here with my lovely co-hosts, Morbid Plum,
Hello.
Mockingbird,
Hello, everyone.
and of course, it is I, Queen Amgie.
Woo!
How's everyone doing today?
Pretty good. Not too bad.
All
How
right.
about you guys?
Doing okay. What about you, Mocking?
Hanging in there, doing good.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could do for. I would love for it to not be like 1,000,000 degrees, but yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, we are boiling here in the South, y'all. Boiling.
I kind of want
turn it
summer to be
down.
over already.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
for
like,
real.
Like
I'm
done.
over it.
Like 1
when
week.
is
I'm like, I'm
fall?
done.
hmm
Can we get to Halloween? Like, please.
Yeah,
Like,
it's gonna be like this probably all the way until like freaking January.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to stay cool. Inside, AC on, lots of
yeah,
water.
for
Everyone
sure.
hydrate. It's hot out there. But we're here to talk about the event. So, Dead by Daylight has officially turned 8.
Oh.
And to celebrate, they once again are doing the Twisted Masquerade. This event will be running from June 13th till July 4th, so everyone has plenty of time to jump in and participate in all the fun shenanigans. And we're gonna kind of give you guys all the details about it. So to begin, not only is the Twisted Masquerade in full swing, but we finally get to meet its host, Tryks. And yeah, there is lore for her, which I don't think a lot of people know about.
Yep.
Yeah, I was telling the ladies, and they're like, lore.
I know. I know nothing.
Yeah. So, Tryks has actually been around since Tome 3. She's been here a hot minute. She also goes by Jezebel or the Mad Designer or Lady Zizzletrix or Trixie or Zzz. There's a lot of Zzz in there. And she just happens to be the entity's biggest fan. She is #1 fangirl of the entity. She is the one responsible for all the lovely decorations that you see around the realms. And she's very artistic. She calls the entity, sweet darkness. Like, she really loves the entity. But just to give you guys a kind of a breakdown of who Tryks is, she is a mysterious and powerful individual, kind of capable of controlling the entity's realm to some extent. She seems to be able to move between the realms. And if you check out the lore, that's something that the Observer has notated. Her origins are kind of unknown, but she has been known to kind of manipulate dimensions and manifest thoughts. And manifest thoughts suggest she comes from a highly advanced world. Also, how she speaks and stuff. She's very eccentric. You see, like, all the artwork and stuff, especially like loading screen artwork, so cool. Kind of reminds me of, like, I don't know, back in the day, the big scrapbooking fad that kind of happened with all like the layered art pieces. She's really cool. And she has been responsible for creating various journals, sketches, and drawings in the Chamber of Blood, which, if anyone doesn't know, the Chamber of Blood kind of goes along with Hattie's lore. Some of these drawings and sketches are shown to depict events in the future, while others depict scenes from different realities, and there's some that are just completely absurd, just creations she has manifested. She is responsible for organizing the Twisted Masquerade, and yes, she does personally go and knock on the Observer's door and give him an invitation, invite him. We don't know where he is right now. Maybe he got lost.
I'm about to say, she's sad this year. Like, he's not there.
Hey, where is she? She probably knows exactly where he is.
This is true. She probably still showed up with an invite. Like, hey.
She probably did, since
go.
she has been known to be able to kind of travel across the realms and not like be stopped by the entity. She's in this category, and I'll have to research it some more, as someone that is part of like the unknowns. These individuals are beings that have this ability to kind of travel between the realms, whereas survivor lore and killer lore for the most part. Once you find yourself in the entities realms, you can't necessarily get out. There's few that we've known that have escaped. One for sure we've known escaped, but then we have people like Tryks, who seems to be able. She likes it here, but she seems to be able to move freely, which I think they play with well. When you're playing in the game, she kind of materializes around you, and we even got voice lines, which is really cool. That's Tryks. So she just likes to organize this event to wish, her sweet darkness a happy birthday. Side note, she's also the one that's credited for designing some cosmetics, including the Alice in Wonderland collection. So they've kind of been sprinkling her lore throughout, but you can find her in Tome 3, Tome 6, Tome 15, Event Tome 2 from 2022, Event Tome 5 from 2023, and Tome 18, and of course, in the Event Tome currently.
Yeah.
So that is Tryks. She's the one running.
I personally, free time.
Yeah, I also really like her aesthetic. I was telling the ladies that she kind of reminds me of like Luna Lovegood from the Harry Potter, like the loading screen with the glasses. Just like a demented version of Luna Lovegood, though.
I could see that.
Luna went bad.
Luna went bad. But I think it's really cool that things that they have been sprinkling in the lore, and we love the lore, have finally kind of come to like full fruition, and we actually get to see her now.
That's
so
cool.
I thought that was really cool. If anyone's interested, I'm sure you wouldn't have to tug on her elbow too hard to do full deep dive lore of Tryks.
Right.
But I don't know. What do you guys think of? Tryks?
She's cool. She does. She shows up in the matches, which is pretty cool.
Yes.
So she's very involved in this event. So I think it's cool that they're adding like more purpose and lore behind the anniversary event. And so I'll be interested to see where they take it to next. Because we were kind of talking about, we brought up like that they gave out a code for the crowns that were from past anniversary events. And so just seeing now they've moved past the crowns and they've been doing the mask the last couple years. So I'll be interested to see like how else they spruce up this event in the future, and we'll get more into the mechanics in a minute. But yeah, Tryks showing up is very interesting. So it's like having an additional player in the match observing you.
Doing her crazy bag of tricks, which we'll get into. For the crowns, if people don't have them, the code is it still Party Hats 24?
Yeah, I believe so.
So Party Hats 24 altogether if you want to get the past crowns from the past events. Takes a moment for the all to load through. So maybe don't start a match.
Yeah, if you're missing a lot of them, like I was.
I was missing a few. I was kind of surprised.
Yeah.
They usually have everything. I didn't know if they were also going to release crowns for the newer characters too, but I guess not.
I'm thinking they're just going by past it. Like they're just not going to do it, so that's why they're giving everyone the past crowns, because they seem to be doing the mask. To move forward to kind of talk about the Twisted Masquerade and things that are different from previous years, one of the big things is that other than having Tryks, in your trials, we also now have Bag of Tricks, which is kind of like a random generator that makes things happen in the trials while you are playing. In the trial, in the upper this left-hand corner are like these little cards, and at the start of the trial, kind of a card is pulled, and these cards can have different effects. And then as you progress through the game, you'll move through to like different cards. So the first trick is activated right at the start of the trial, and all the other tricks are triggered as you go through main objectives. Man, I can't speak today. Which would be completing a generator or hooking a survivor. After you've done like 2 of the main objectives, or they're calling them party events. They call them shields.
Oh, fancy.
The little icons, they call them shield icons, which are like under the little cards. A new card will be active. So some of the things that you can get There's positives, there's one neutral, and then there's negatives. Of course, the negatives and positives kind of depend on the side you're playing on.
Yeah, true. True.
Yeah, so for the positives, there is a card called You're Invited, which grants a +1 token towards this Twisted Skills to all players. And essentially you get like an invitation. So the invitations are back. They're on the little pillars. You can go grab them. There's also Move It or Lose It, which I personally love, grants
I
a
do too.
30% haste status effect for 60 seconds to all players, and that does include killer, survivor, vice versa.
Zoom
So you
zoom.
get speedy. Yeah, you all get
It's
zoomy.
wonderful.
And it's called Move It or Lose It. Then there are party totems. So all doll totems are converted into an anniversary totem, and they glow blue and like gold tint. And successfully channeling an anniversary token applies the following effects to the player. You get bonus blood points. It grants a 30% haste for 5 seconds, and it reveals the aura to the opposing side for 5 seconds. It does say failing to channel an anniversary totem by interrupting the interaction only grants bonus blood points. And then after the time period is up, it just goes back to adult totem. I will say it's a mad rush, especially killers. Killers, I've been using that for the aura, and I just see them like speeding across, totem to totem, and they're using to see like, because everyone sees the totem, and you know if someone's there because it goes away. And then there's party chests. So all unopened chests are converted to anniversary chests, and they kind of glow blue and gold. And an anniversary chest automatically opens an explosion of festive confetti after 60 seconds, and it applies effects as well to all players within the aura range at the moment. So causes the survivors to scream and suffer from a hindered status effect for 4 seconds, not fun, and causes the killer to be stunned in place. I didn't know this is what it was doing, and we had a killer who kind of like accused us of cheating in a match. I was playing with some friends. He was like, I kept being stunned, and I was like, oh, it was the party chest.
Now I know why people were screaming, because I was like, why is everybody
Yeah, and the
screaming?
hindered, I'd be running around like, why am I hindered? Because it's a
Yeah, I noticed.
25% hindered.
Yeah, it's a
Like
lot.
it's a lot. And then the neutral is Zizzle Zlich. Nothing happens. You got Tryks, and she'll say like, it'll be like a little like sizzle out sound, and a lot of times she'll
Yeah.
say something. And then the negative is no invite for you, where it removes an invite from you. And then there's peekaboo, which I don't think this is really a negative, but it reveals all player auras for 8 seconds. So both sides can see each other. This one, heal you, expose you. I've died several times to this one. So it causes all survivors to be healed by a health state or become mended when suffering from deep wounds. But then it causes all survivors to be then exposed for 30 seconds. So be mindful that you're not exposed and trying to go body block for somebody. You'll go down. And then the other one is called Wait Where, and it suppresses the terror radius of the killer, and it also suppresses the creation of scratch marks of survivors for 30 seconds. So you can't hear the killer, and then they can't see your scratch marks. So those are Tryks' bag of tricks. Everything kind of randomly that can happen in the trial, and they just all kind of cycle through. What do you guys think of this kind of mechanic? Are you enjoying it?
Yes.
Yeah. You want to go first, Morbid?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, I was when you were going through them, I was like trying to think. When I first played, I was like, I don't know what any of these mean, so I'm just running around doing whatever. But I appreciate that they're trying to do different things instead of like, hey, just grab the invitation and leave, and then that's how you get your reward. But at least this way, they're kind of giving us somewhat of a new mode, I guess, of play with all these different things that popped in. I don't know if I got some of these negative ones. I probably did, but I just didn't notice them. But yeah, I really like them, and they've been a lot of fun to try out, especially like the tokens for getting the invitation, because you can be like silent, and so you don't
Oh
make
yeah,
any
we're gonna
noise.
we're gonna talk about all the
Yeah.
fun invitation stuff. Yeah, they've
And
added some
so,
new stuff.
yeah, some of the new things they've added have been really good. So I appreciate that, giving us different mechanics of the game.
Yeah, I like
Mocking.
Yeah, I like this mode. It kind of, especially after having Chaos Shuffle, I kind of
Mm-hmm.
like this. It kind of is more chaotic. It
Yeah.
also reminds me of some other games I've played in the past where you play like cards to impact the game. Like, for instance, Back for Blood uses player cards where, and there's player cards on both sides where you can have different enemies spawn, and then you as a player can play like extra health and things like that. So just kind of adding variety to the gameplay.
Yeah, for sure.
And of course, some of these, you know, for us that played more Survivor, yeah, the exposed one, not as fun.
Not
But
that fun.
I love the move it or lose it one, just zipping
Me
through,
too. You zoom around everywhere.
zoom in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like this idea, and hopefully, again, like they expand more on it next year. Maybe some new cards, things like that. So
Yeah, I agree. I think it's moving in a positive direction. I like that there's a different queue for this as well. If you guys haven't played, you log into the game, you can choose to play the anniversary event or not, which is nice.
And to
Um,
me, it feels pretty fast. Like it doesn't feel like you're waiting forever.
I wonder if more people are playing this queue. I haven't played the other one since they
But I
started
have,
the
I
event.
haven't been in the regular one
yeah.
since the event. I've been enjoying like the randomness of things that happen in the trial. So I don't
But I
know.
think I read some people on Twitter were saying that for them it took a while because they were playing the killer side. So I don't know if it's hit or miss on the wait time, but it didn't seem like a big issue when we were waiting. So
No, I feel like survivors have been loading in pretty fast. No, it's been a lot of fun. They did update, so other than, like adding tricks and then giving the bag of tricks mechanic, they actually did update invitation scrolls as well and the masquerade pillars that the scrolls sit on. Just like in the past, as you're running around, if you're within 8 meters of the pillar, it will reveal itself to you. Unlike in previous years, though, there are now multiple masquerade pillars in the trial, and they do not despawn after interacting with them, but they go on a cooldown instead, which is nice.
yes, that's
Because
very
Yes,
nice.
if
thank
you're like
you.
in a group, yeah, we've had it like if you're in a group, like someone gets it first, and we all just hop on the gym, buy it, and we just cycle and each grab one. So collecting the invitation scrolls grants a +1 token per scroll towards the special event ability, which are the twisted skills, which we'll go over, or like the invitation abilities. And those skills are also modified as well. The number of available tokens is indicated by kind of this like comet like fireball circling the character's torso. It's like you get like a little shiny skirt around you. Players can accumulate a maximum of 2 tokens at once. And it also says, unlike in previous years, the twisted skills passively charge new tokens, I think, faster than they did before. And it's even faster if you're in chase.
Hmm.
So you kind of charge up everything faster, which I did notice. And I also think that goes to well with stuff in the actual Rift with using like, in one game you have to use one of your skills like 4 times. Everything being faster makes it easier to do. So let's kind of talk about what the invitations give you, your twisted skills. So for Survivor, you can block window wall like before. It can only be activated mid-chase, and it causes the target window to become unvaultable for the killer for 4 seconds after you do it. Then you can also set a party pallet. They are fragile, guys, and it can be in an empty pallet location, and it instantly breaks when dropped, but it can still stun the killer. They are really risky to use, though. And I think everyone's favorite, because we all miss Iron Will,
Mm-hmm.
is quiet mode.
Yes,
I
that
love
was great.
quiet
It is
mode.
so amazing. So it suppresses the sound of your grunts of pain, footsteps, and rushed actions, and the creation of pool of blood for the next 15 seconds. And the cooldown for all of these skills are 30 seconds after use. So as long as you're recharging, you can use it quite often. And it's very nice and in-game. But I think that's my favorite. And I feel like in one of the last events they also had like a quiet mode when you were in like the blood circle,
Oh
for
yeah,
the blood
yeah.
event.
Mm-hmm.
So
The
I
Blood
think
Moon event,
yeah, the blood
remember?
moon event. I think they realize that we really like that. I think they know that we all wish that Iron Will was what it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Rip.
But yeah, rest in peace, Iron Will. Just
Need a moment. Need a moment to
yeah,
mourn
need a
again.
moment. Yes, I do, because I missed it. I miss it so much. But I feel like I have a little bit of it back in the event, so makes me
To
feel a
make
little
this
better.
permanent.
I know, for real. And the killer also had some updated things to their invitations as well. So they can endure stun, which again can only be activated mid-chase, grants the endurance status effect, making the killer impervious to any stuns for the next 4 seconds. Remote destroy, which grants the ability to remotely destroy a nearby breakable wall or a dropped pellet. And a new one is remote hook. Grants the ability to remotely hook a down survivor onto the nearest available hook, and that does include basement.
Oh yeah.
So
I
if
think
the
it's
near,
just the nearest.
yeah.
Yeah. So if you're near
And if
basement,
not only that, but if you're like one of the last ones there and all the hooks around you are down, and then even if it's a far hook, one of my hooks was basement, but it was far because all the hooks were gone. It will just teleport you there. So
Yeah.
don't get caught. Which I'm sure the killers are enjoy. I think if I did play killer a little more, I would enjoy the remote hook.
the remote hook is nice. I also think this is what they're going to do for 2v8 because they mentioned no hooking, like not having to get to a hook. So this is what I
Interesting.
foresee. This is like the test run
They're
for
testing
that.
it.
Yeah, because
Interesting.
you're not going to have to hook in 2v8. And it makes sense because, like, we were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, you don't want 7 survivors body blocking a hook, right?
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
2v8. Now, hopefully, you can still be able to, like, have a moment to, like, flashlight blind to
Mm-hmm.
save. But of course, this takes, like, saboing, out of the picture a bit.
That's interesting. I never thought of that. That's a good
That's a
point.
cool way to test it.
Yeah.
That's just my thought. They have not said that. That's not like official, but they did mention with 2v8 you weren't gonna have to like take a survivor to a hook.
Yeah. And I was
And I
trying to figure out how they were going to pull that off.
and I think this is how they're gonna pull it off. It's just gonna be like a teleport, like it is in the anniversary event. So yeah, it is. I have played killer for the anniversary event, and it is nice because it's like you don't have to walk anywhere.
Yeah.
Now, if you're
Yeah.
playing perks where you want to go to specific hooks, then you will probably not want to remote hook. You have a choice. You can do it or not. It's not a have to. When you pick up a survivor, you can always save your invitations to do the other things, to stun and the remote destroy. So if you're playing like scourge hooks, of course, I don't know if you'd want to do remote
You probably
hook.
wouldn't want a remote
Yeah,
hook, yeah.
probably
Unless you're
not.
just like right by the scourge hook, but if it's like you're between hooks and you're not sure which one it's going to take it to, I would just go hook. And also you only have 2 invitations at most, so I don't feel like it's overpowered either.
I don't know. The
No,
killer
I
I
don't.
went up
Yeah.
against felt like I was getting remote hooked every single time, but
Well, they may not
maybe
be
they were
using it for the other stuff though.
true.
Yeah.
So who knows?
And if you're in chase, you're gonna get that token back faster.
Yeah, so that's a good point. But I mean, I know I made some noises when you were saying it. It was annoying. And when I first played my first match, I was like, no, I hate it.
I think it's really cool. I'm like, oh, I'm teleporting.
But it was cool
Um,
to like actually, yes, teleport. And I'm like, okay, fine, this is okay.
Well, if I can have quiet mode, I'll take remote hook. It's a
I
give and
know.
take, right?
I feel like it's a pretty good balance because
It's true, yes.
probably as a killer, it gets you back into the game maybe a little faster
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
because you're
because
not
you're
having
not
to walk somewhere. You don't have to worry about like
preoccupied.
Sabotage.
essentially, yeah, like a Sabo build. Because I had a friend I was playing with. He was like, "Well, there goes my Sabo build. Don't know what hook they're going to.
Yeah, don't play
Anything
Sabo in this
Sabo or
event.
breakout or something like that. You can
Yeah,
negate it all just by remote
nothing.
hooking.
Yeah, nothing that's gonna help you like wiggle off or
Mm-mm.
easier. You're definitely not gonna be able to use that because you're just boop on the hook.
And
Mhm.
you can still flashlight blind, but
Mhm.
we don't really do that.
Mm.
Right? It's like we're
I
not
don't.
But
really
you might get the
flashlight.
rando with the flashlight.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
who wants
anyway,
to
you still
save
have
everybody?
that second to do it, which is good. That's not
Yeah,
completely taken away.
I think it's an interesting game mechanic, and I think it's like a good balance for things that they can add. Like it'd be nice to see like other things rotated through. I do like being able to block a window. I've had some good use out of that, especially if you're at like quote unquote like a god window or something to block it. I would like to see maybe like I hardly ever use the palette. Like you're almost guaranteed you're gonna go down in that palette, like because it breaks so easily.
Just fake it, put it up, and just keep going. Hold W.
Yeah, just
through.
keep going.
Keep going around. They'll keep
I
swinging.
had a chance to try it out, so I was like, whatever. I mostly use the block window in the quiet mode.
Yeah, I have put them up. Like if I know I'm dying, I'll just put it up, and maybe someone can run up and try to get me out because it can be a stun to get you out. You know, if you're being picked up, but
does it just break like the second
it just
you throw
breaks?
It? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still stun the killer with it, but if you
killer,
miss the stun, it just breaks.
It just breaks,
so
and they can easily
you
hit
have
you through.
the stun.
It's like Dead Hard, but for palette.
Oh gosh, can we have Dead Hard next year? Like, can we have a Dead Hard mode?
We can't have anything back. It's all gone.
We got
super endurance mode.
Like old Dead Hard. Like, can I Dead Hard for distance?
Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. Like a lunge, like a distance thing.
That's what Dead Hard used to be used for. Like, get to that pallet.
Yeah. I will say though, like the
going
extra
down memory
speed
lane.
one, I did get the extra speed like right as I was going into a chase, and I felt like the killer caught up with me very fast.
Because they hit it too.
They have it. They have it
too. They have it
too.
Never mind. Okay, ignore me. I feel dumb.
So you're like equal.
Yeah.
Damn it. No
but
wonder.
It's still fun. It's still fun to zoom around.
And like and I've used it to get people off the hook really quickly and stuff.
I felt very fast, and I was like, "This is great."
But no, so it sounds like we're all enjoying.
Yeah,
all the invitation skills that are there. They also have an event offering. Stock up on them. We still have. Is it flans? I can't remember what it was last year.
It's the tiramisu.
I still have flans on somebody.
Look,
we stocked up on tiramisus, and we're still in the process of using them.
I think I the last of my tiramisus like a week ago, and I was like, "Oh yay, we're gonna get more!"
I have like 20 tiramisus left.
Well,
so yeah, I've been trying to use my blood points to get more.
Yeah, I've like leveled up Alan like twice, so I have like 130 of the new cobblers on him.
We like to stock up for like a year and have them.
And that's just on Alan. I've done other characters. I'm like, I need to spread this out.
Yeah, I need to step up my game. I don't have that many.
About to hit. I probably have somewhere between 80 and 100 on my Kayla, and also on the new D&D person. I can't remember her name.
I'm afraid to say it wrong. Is it Airstare?
Yeah,
it's a
pretty elf bard.
Yeah, the elf bard.
Because I've been leveling her up. But
yeah, she's gonna have a lot.
Through. But it's a Screech Cobbler. I freaking love the names.
I do like that they've gotten away from cake the last few years.
Yes, they're branching out. You know, the DVD bakery has, variety now, which I appreciate. The description for the Screech Cobbler, and it's an adorable picture, has eyeball on there and fingers. Who knows what's in there? But it says if you listen really closely, you can almost hear it screaming for more ice cream. It grants 108% bonus blood points in all categories to all players. Increases the revealed distance of Masquerade pillar auras by 8 meters, and increases the number of chests by +1. Screech Cobbler is only available during the 8th year anniversary event. So definitely stock up on those, hoard them, if you will, so we can use them until next year when we get a new one.
I hope you can still use them since they do like a little bit more than just blood points.
Well, you've always been able to. Yeah,
okay, good.
You've always been able to use the past ones. Mm-hmm. So I don't see why they wouldn't. People tend to stock up.
Yeah, I think what's the new thing besides seeing the aura of the pillar is the additional chest. I believe. I don't think we've had that in the past.
Yeah, no. Last year for the tiramisu, we just got the aura.
Mm-hmm. Which obviously, not during the event. We're not going to see aura pillars.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
but I wonder.
If I wonder if they'll get rid of the +1 and just have it be blood points.
No, I think they added the chest. My guess would be looking at the going back to the cards is because of the party chests.
Oh, that
Maybe
makes
that's why
sense.
they added on
Mm-hmm.
that you could have more chests in the trial. I think they'll keep. They're not going to change the offering. It'll always be an additional chest. So you'll kind of be getting like kind of 2 offerings in one with the
Looking
blood
at the
points and the
past
chest.
ones,
Yeah, most of
man,
the past ones were all aura and
It's just the percentage, the blood point.
yeah,
I can't
and
believe
the
I still have ones. Those were from Anniversary 6.
dang.
I'm sure I have some old
Oh.
ones if I go through some of the killers I don't play as
I
much.
was like, I
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, right. I was like, I might have like a few flan like floating out there on people I
Yeah,
never
I still have
play.
blondes.
Yeah, a lot of the past ones you could hear like auditory cues for the crowns.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, there's always been every year they up the blood point percentage by 1 to match with the year that,
Mm-hmm.
So
their
cute.
anniversary is. But yeah, this is the first one that has that +1 chest, so that's pretty cool.
Thanks, behavior.
I know. I guess the
I
next thing to kind
know.
of talk about is the rift that's going on and all the fun things you can get. Right now, if you guys don't know, there's the big sale going on kind of in the store for past Twisted Masquerade outfits and masks. So if you maybe didn't get something in the years past, hop in there, get them. I definitely recommend Hattie's outfit. It's a favorite. I know I love it. I know I see Mocking running it a lot. And of course, new outfits that they came out. So if you guys want to check those out, you can. But in regards to the Rift and the collection, so there is a event Rift that you can do. And they got some pretty cool things. Major one being Bill's finally going to have some new threads. So,
Yeah. Go Bill.
I
yeah,
know. I love Left 4 Dead. Like, thank you.
yes. He's getting a nice outfit, full outfit. He's getting a mask as well. Nice little shirt and some pants. And then the killer is the unknown. And I actually really like the outfit.
I think it's adorable.
I think it is so cute. Terrifying. The headpiece is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, it's a little.
It's kind of on.
It's a
It's
little
kind of on
scary,
par.
Yeah, for a known.
which I think is funny. I'm like, yeah,
Which
nice.
I think it's kind of hilarious. But this year we got masks for Tap, Kate, Adam, Eugen, Thalita, Renato. We got Hag, Doctor, Clown. Our beloved Plague got a mask, guys, and it looks really cool.
It does.
And the twins even got a mask.
Did Victor get a
Terrifying.
mask?
Okay,
No.
no. But,
Okay.
however, I'll have to admit,
Yes.
when I saw it, I was like, it's actually kind of cute.
It does have one for Victor.
It's a double mask.
I'll
So,
say Victor's
there-
got a little tiny one on
yeah,
the
but not
side.
I
on
should've-
his face, though.
I should have said, does Victor get a little top hat yet? No.
I know. I would love Victor in a little top hat. That'd be so cute.
Yes.
There are some charms, of course. So there's a firecracker charm. A really cool Tryks did like a selfie. If you want to go see like the artwork, it's so cool. It's a charm with like a kiss on it that, Tryks kissed it because it was a masterpiece.
Yeah. It's
Really
very
cute charm. There's also some charms and stuff that can be earned in the milestones reward. So there is a.
I think it's her hand.
I'm trying to think. I think it's like her hand holding. It looks like the pillar, kind of like she's decorating. It's really cool. There's also some banners and badges. So in the milestone rewards, as you kind of buy the different things in the collection with your gilded trinkets, which you earn by doing the rift, you can unlock a really cool event badge called Tryks Eye, which is kind of like on the front page you log in like the glass type thing that she's wearing. There's also an event banner called The Aftermath of a Bloody Party, which is the Masquerade venue. In the actual collection, there's also an event banner and 2 event banners actually, and a event badge, which is Dwight's mask. So get those badges and banners. Something that's really cool. So I wonder if, to kind of go back to Tryks, I wonder if it's going to be lore based because she seems to fully decorate Father's Campbell Chapel. Is that right? The map?
Yes.
Mhm.
trying to think.
Yeah,
Yes, it's Father
And
Campbell's.
yeah, and in the
in the building.
the milestone rewards, I think that the banner you get is supposed to be the actual like chapel. I wonder
Okay.
why she always decorates, like fully goes out and decorates that. I wonder if it has something to do
Yeah,
lore wise.
she always does hit that specific map, and it
Yeah.
is curious to
I
why.
wonder. Sorry.
But yeah, I
It
haven't
went
had that
off.
map yet, so I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it looks cool. I mean, in
It does. It
other,
looks nice.
I've had it, but the killer wasn't exactly let me like look at
yeah,
it.
like
Yeah.
run
So
around.
Some killers will let you like stop and see. There's stuff down in basement as well.
I've seen basement, yes.
Yeah, but Father's
Oh,
Campbell
it looks cool. Okay, I looked up
Chapel
a
is kind of
picture.
all decked out,
Because
but I
that's
think yeah,
the clown's map,
yeah.
technically.
That is curious. I wonder why.
That also has Maurice on it. So I was telling the
Mm-hmm.
ladies that as I was going through and researching like Trix's lore, a lot of times coinciding with her lore when it's released in those tomes, there's Maurice lore, guys. So there's lore about a person and their horse Maurice, and they kind of coincide whenever lore about Trix is released. So I wonder if, and I haven't read the lore, so I don't know, but I wonder if that lore maybe mentions anything about the map
It
or
also
Father's
always
Campbell
makes me
Chapel.
think of animated Beauty and the Beast when Gaston is like crazy old Maurice, and I'm
Crazy
like,
old Maurice.
oh,
He's
we
always
love
good for a
Maurice.
laugh.
Hmm.
And he really is, because I was like going up and petting him, and I'm like, oh, I love you.
Yeah, we love Maurice. But there is Maurice lore out there if you guys are interested. DBD has it covered.
No.
Well, because he went missing a while ago, too. That was the big
Yeah,
thing,
Yeah.
too.
then he came back.
And then he came back. But yeah, there is lore on him because of the eye. I'm not
Mhm.
all up on it, though. But maybe
Yeah.
we need a whole episode on
I
Maurice
know, we need to
lore.
get back into our lore episodes. If there's any type of lore or something you guys want us to do, let us know, please. If we do get back into it, if we're doing Timelight Or, then Blight is next. And I don't know, Blight could be like 4 episodes.
Right. He's got a
I'm having
lot.
such a hard time
Yeah, maybe
compacting it.
Blight might need to be a multi-part.
It might need to be multi-part, guys. Blight's so
Because
cool
well, Blight's cool, but he's also connected like to everyone else
to
because
everybody.
he injects them all with the serum,
And
is what
then
I
the blighted
remember.
event,
Hmm.
yeah. So
So
for
he
those that
does
don't
too much.
know, yeah, if you don't know, Blight is like right hand to the entity, and Blight actually tortures some of the killers, so they don't have a good time. But
You
the
know,
blighted cosmetics is him doing experiments on the
Hmm.
killers. That's why they're blighted. And then the survivors' blighted cosmetics is them finding the laboratory, which belonged to somebody else, so I'm not going to mention because I don't want to give it away. And the clothes there are what they find from the laboratory where experiments are being done. So a little sneak peek of blight lore.
Yeah, and I want to say on the blighted cosmetics for killers, they also have, I'm trying to remember, the syringe and like a
The
tag.
syringe and a tag, yeah, because they're
Mm-hmm.
being
Because
experimented on
they're
and tortured,
experiments.
yeah,
So it's like a cool little detail that each
yeah.
one has.
And then in the lore, if you go into it, sometimes you get the lore from the perspective of the killer who is being injected and worked
Mm-hmm.
on, and it can be pretty horrifying. Really cool. So that's something future to come. But I don't know, guys. Do you guys have a favorite mask from the collection that you can
Ooh,
get?
there we go.
ooh, there's so many.
There's a lot, and I feel like a lot of
I
them are really good.
let's see. I really like Thalita's. I know it's kind of basic,
I
but
was going to
she's
say hers
one of my
because I've
It's
been
very
running it.
elegant.
yeah, like I
Well,
love her as a character in general, and it's just
Yeah.
very I love the geometric shapes and
Hmm.
like the colors. It's just really cute. I mean, Kate's is great too. Like it's a very perfect like masquerade mask. But
I
yeah,
think they're really detailed. So the geometric shapes you mentioned, it's a kite.
mm-hmm,
yeah, I was
just
gonna
a
say she
kite.
has like a
Yeah,
little
because of
kite
the
on her
lore. Like
left
they're
eye.
very like lore
Yeah,
based. Yeah.
and I appreciate that they like kept that aspect of it when they were designing it. I was like, nice, good job.
What about you, Mocking?
I do like Talita's. I also have like other cosmetics that go well with the blue. Like I just bought the
Mhm.
cat and dog collection shirt for her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been running
And she
those like
has some blue
combo.
stuff that came out in her riff, so I'm like, this goes well together. I do like Kate's also. It's very Kate, like very
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
performer.
I just
And
realized Yoon
what?
Jin's has a microphone.
Yeah, hers has a
Yes.
microphone.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
cute.
A little headset.
So that fits in. Kate could have probably also kind of had that too.
Mm-hmm.
She does have a cosmetic with a mic, but yeah, I like a lot of the Survivor ones. Taps is interesting, but I don't really play him.
Yeah, same. I was like, the other ones are really cute, but I'm like,
I haven't bought any of the killer ones yet, so I haven't tried any of them out. But most of them look cool, except for I don't want to talk about Lady Voldemort. I've already seen it live in a match, so.
yeah, I
But
think
yeah,
the twins is creepy.
the twins.
I
This
like
the
the twins.
smile on the twins
Yeah.
I
is
love it, but
really
yes.
it's creepy. That's what makes it creepy is that smile.
Hmm.
I'm not sure how I feel about the plague one though. I'm just gonna be
I
honest because
like the
she's so
colors.
beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, she's like grotesque but beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
and I feel like this mask like covers up a lot of hers. I don't know. I'll have to buy it and see how I feel with it on her. I think that's my problem
I
with the killer
do. I
ones. I
do
haven't
have
bought
it.
them yet.
Yeah.
I've been buying the survivors first.
Same.
I've been going through the survivors, but I'm gonna say, like, again, I don't play killer, but the doctor's mask, that's pretty cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like
Um,
I don't know if there's supposed to be keys or
or
like
like
oh,
wine. It remind me of
oh,
like wine bottle
corkscrew.
openers.
Yeah.
Is kind of what they
Or
remind me of.
it also reminds me of those like when they're trying to stabilize someone's head and they have those things that like screw into it. That's also what it reminds me of. I don't know what that term is.
But
We're not doctors.
yeah, I don't. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I was
know.
like, I'm
I
not a
just think
doctor or a
that
nurse.
aesthetically, it looks really cool.
Mhm.
And I really like that one. Survivor wise, I really do like Eugen's mask. She is one of my mains. I just like how it's very like her job. Like I could see her like on a
Yeah.
set or something, like talking to people through it, like everyone enter stage right,
Right.
or he's about to murder everybody in the balcony. Exit via the
Just in
rear.
case
Like
you were wondering.
I think they did a really good job. I feel like the masks are improving over the years. Also, as part of the event too, there are Twitch drops for those that like to support their DVD players via Twitch. You can get a badge, which is like purple and has like Masquerade masks on it. There are 2 charms. There's an adorable owlbear plush charm.
Yeah, it's really cute.
And then there's like a Tryks stand-in. Kind of like if you go to the movies, they have like those pop-up stand things in the movies,
Yeah.
kind of like that. And it is different than last year, and I'm sure this could be something we could probably talk about in another episode.
It connects to
So
our last episode.
connects to our last episode. You can only get the drops via Fog Whispers. So it's not anybody streaming DVD can initiate the drops. It's only Fog Whispers. First time this has happened. I feel like there are pluses and minuses to it. I have found some new people by doing the drops, but I do think it's interesting that this is the year that it changes to Fog Whispers only.
Yeah,
And it was rough the
just
other day because only like 2 people were
Only like 2
streaming
people were
that
streaming,
were
yeah.
actual fog whispers, and I was like, oh crap, okay.
yeah. Because even if you're a fog whisperer, it doesn't mean DVD is your full time
Yeah.
streaming gig. A lot of people do variety. Some fog whispers may not even still stream DVD. Just
Yeah.
putting that out there. And so I know we talked about Spooky last time. Spooky, I think, was kind of like, of course now they do
Yeah.
this.
He did, yeah. He did mention
I
it.
mean, it's a good thing that they're trying to show some love to the fog whisperers. Get people to watch their content. I think, but I don't know if this is just trying to smooth things over because of the whole consultant program thing.
It's interesting timing.
There's a lot of interesting timing going on with behavior, but we don't have to get into all of
Yeah.
the tea, more tea.
Transparency, episode 2. I have met some interesting, cool fog whispers. I was actually in a channel today, and she was talking about how grateful she was. First time she had like 1,200 viewers, and she was like, "It's amazing." And so I can see the positives of it. It's like I understand why they're doing it. It just I find the timing interesting. But
Yeah.
hey, yeah, that's kind of it. Like, does anyone have anyone else they want to add in regards to the event? Like, I feel
Well,
like, what do you want to talk about?
I was about to say, do we want to talk about how we feel like the matches are going?
I was about to mention that.
Okay.
I was like, if we want to talk about matches.
Well, okay, before we jump into that, there are some. Well, I was just looking at the store. I don't know. I'm assuming these are new for this year, but
Oh,
was
yes, yes.
Nicolas Cage has
Yes,
his own
Yes.
yeah. So there are,
Masquerade
yes,
cosmetic, and
there
I
are
think it's
new
really
ones.
cute.
Yeah.
And then the pig has one.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Fang gets one,
Ghosty.
and Ghosty Boy has one. So I
Mm-hmm.
thought that was kind of cool that they kind of showed some love to some people.
Fang, of course. Sorry.
Fang, of
I
course,
mean,
she
Fang. I feel
always
like Fang has. Why does she have so many?
gets
I don't get it.
cosmetics.
It's like you can't
And
really
then
say
there's
anything though, because Michaela is getting up there. Your real
and I'll
Michaela.
say the same thing about Michaela too. Like I love Michaela. I have everything she has. She's my main. But at the same time, it's like when I play other people, like if I have to play other people for like a rift or whatever it is, I want to look cute. Like, but Adam has nothing. Like,
Yeah, I know.
I can't deck out Adam like I can like Michaela or Fang or Eugen. Like I feel like they're maybe lacking in some of the males' cosmetics. Get it together.
I don't know. Some of the girls, though, like Hattie, I wish they showed more love for
They need
Hattie.
more for Hattie.
I mean, she's gotten a few things, but in comparison,
I
not
think
as
Especially
so.
much.
like in comparison to Michaela, because I don't feel like they were super far apart when they
No,
came out.
no, they weren't.
I
I think
think
it's
they were
just,
same year or at least
uh-huh, I think
Ooh,
so. I mean,
yeah.
Ghosties is so pretty. I'm like looking at it. It's just, I don't know. It's gorgeous.
What's gorgeous?
The ghost faces
Oh
masquerade
yes,
outfit.
go yeah. I think they do a really good job. I feel like they're
Like the
upping their game,
details are
but
great.
mhm.
Like his little cloak is just like strings and they got little ace of spades. Like that's so cool.
It's very interesting.
And I'm just
Um,
fangirling because I love Ghostface.
but it is cool that they're getting, so speaking of like Nick Cage and the pig
mhm.
and Tap's getting a mask, that they're getting
Yeah.
licensed characters,
Yeah, I was gonna say they're giving
Masquerade.
love to license,
Mm-hmm.
which is nice.
Because some of the licensed characters have been going back to like the Blighted event, have gotten
Mhm.
Blighted cosmetics. So I think now they're kind of catching up with the anniversary stuff because Bill's getting cosmetic in the Rift. And then, of
Which is
course, we
so
got
cool.
Ghosty Pig, Nick
Yeah,
Cage.
the pig only has 4, now 5 with the masquerade outfit.
Yeah, and she had like a cosmetic you could get when they did the Rift like a long time ago. There was a Rift
Yeah.
for Pig and Detective Tap. So she has like one other cosmetic, but yeah, there's not a whole lot of Saw cosmetics overall. But the fact that we're getting some cosmetics does show that they are working with the license holder. That's my understanding because you have to get approval from the license holder for
Yeah, it's pretty
additional
cool.
cosmetics. That's cool that they are working on that. We got one for Bill because Bill, same thing with
Oh,
Bill, like has
poor
like three
Bill.
It has
outfits.
like free outfits, yeah.
I love Bill. I used to play Bill so much, but then they nerfed Iron Will, and I'm like, Bill's so loud. I'm sorry, Bill.
He is
Maybe
so
I need to play him now with
loud.
quiet mode. I'm just gonna
Oh, we
Right.
run quiet
could
mode
run quiet
constantly.
mode with
I
Bill.
want to get the rest of his cosmetic though. So the rift, the event rift is like 3 stages, I think.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
like you get a piece every time, every level. So
Yeah.
I only have the
So
top. I'm like, I need the rest. Open this up.
yeah, and then so currently the current rift, if you go through it, you'll get his top, you'll get the dress for the unknown, and you get 200 gilded trinkets, and then the second level of the rift, I believe, are the masks.
Yeah, it hasn't opened. It opens in 2 days from the time
Yeah.
we're recording this, so
Also, if you go into the rift, because this bill happened to me and Morbid today, for some reason it is defaulting to the second part of the rift, which is closed, and you might think that it's making your rift blank. It's not. Just click on number 1 for the first part of
yeah,
the
I had
rift.
a
It's
moment of
yeah.
panic
She
where
had a moment.
I was like,
stand
it reset my progress.
It just did it to me right now. So for some reason, it's defaulting to the second rift part, but we're not there yet.
I was like, don't do this to me.
Oh, the other thing, Morbid, you posted in our chat about they already bumped down some of the community challenge milestones.
Yes.
So in the Rift, if you're not familiar, there's a couple of tracks you can do, and one of them is like community challenges. So like as an individual player, you can add like I can't remember what the first one is. I think it's like collect invitations or something.
It's
So
collect
it's like
2 invitations.
yeah. So each player can collect 2 invitations, and that goes into the community pool, right? But they had it like at 2 million, and I was like, this is gonna take
It was
forever.
very high.
Yeah.
Now the other challenges, I was like, these will probably go by faster because it's like use the effects of the invitation. Like you can easily do that in one round. But yeah, they've already lowered the milestones. Like the first one being 2 million invitations to 1,650,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've lowered all the community ones, so that should go by faster.
Yay.
That's all I needed was communities. And when I first saw how big it was, I was like, that's not going to happen. Each one after it, though, is smaller than the one before.
The other thing they could do is up
yeah.
the amount you can contribute. I don't know why they don't do that as well.
Yeah, like that's what I was talking with a friend about. Like, we wish that we could just continuously keep contributing. Like,
Until
it
it's
wasn't
filled.
just maxed at 2. If you're playing, maybe you should just be able to do as much. So I don't know if there's a reason why. Like, if they're trying to, it could be a numbers thing. Like, they're trying to have that community challenge play through until that first part of the rift is over and they're unlocking the second part. Is the only thing I
Yeah.
can think of. Is they're trying to have it last.
Yeah, they're going to try
so-
and get people to play. And I think, I don't know how this would work. If they left it open, like you could keep contributing, but for you to collect the Rift challenge, like you do have to play and contribute like at least 2. Like let's say they keep the 2.
Yeah.
So you do have to play at least one round, and grab a couple invites to collect it.
Because for the most part, these challenges are pretty easy. Like, I think all of us are done with the first part, minus maybe, like, I even was contemplating just going and doing the killer ones because they were easy. I'm like, I can't play killer, but I could probably hook 6 survivors.
Get that remote hook.
Yeah,
Right?
and then
Especially
use
with
the
remote hook.
invitation twice. I mean, they're pretty simple just to get, like, the extra blood points and gilded trinkets. Because I haven't done the math yet. I'm hoping, please, DVD, that no matter what path you choose, if you were to only do one path, like if you're only to do killer or only to do survivor, that you'd still have enough gilded trinkets to get all of the collection.
Yeah, I
'cause
was
in the
wondering the
past, they
same.
have screwed us over where you had to play both. I haven't done the math, but I'm hoping that that's not going to happen. So we'll see. If not, then I might venture out. And because I told the ladies that I'm going to be a skull merchant main. I don't think they believe me.
We played one
I mean, I'll see it.
PTB round. Queen and I played
I'll
one
believe it when I see
PTB
it.
round, custom round.
And
And she played Skull Merchant. Apparently that was it. That's her GM securing that 3-gen.
I mean,
up
I
those
have a really
drones.
cool outfit from a rift
Hey.
in the past for her.
then
Might as well
maybe
show it off.
maybe they'll make you a consultant then.
Right?
They're like, wow, she's really good at this. Like, maybe we should
I
ask
just
for
want to
pointers
be
on how
the
to
number
fix her.
1 skull merchant player. That's it. That's all. That's my dream.
We
would still love you, even if you did it.
we will always accept you.
Yes.
But we have questions.
I want to play her the way she's meant to be played.
Not toxically.
I don't know if they know how she's meant to be played.
I know. It's probably the thing with Skull Merchant though is I'll probably load into the match and 2 people automatically DC. And
That is kind of the problem.
I was like, you're gonna play against a lot of bots.
Well, you're gonna get some practice in.
yeah, I was like, at least get practice in. I just want to be known as, oh my god, it's Queen, the nice Skull Merchant.
Oh, we
Don't
her.
put out any drones then.
It's gonna be a fun time. We got Queen.
That's hilarious.
That's my goal. I'm bringing Skull Merchant back, aka
Let's do it.
Lady
I'm down.
Voldemort.
Oh gosh. I mean, she does have a cool cosmetic in the
She
rift. And I'm
does.
like, stop giving her things.
I know. That's the thing, though, because I'm like, oh, like I want to loathe her with every fiber of my being, and then they make her look cool,
I know. They give her great
and I waver.
cosmetics. And
I'm
I'm like, dang it.
Look, I'm still mad she's not a cyborg, but
I
it's just
know.
me. Is it just me?
I am
The
No,
whole
too.
they had an opportunity and they screwed
There
with
was
it.
a definite missed
just give
opportunity.
her a prosthetic arm. Make her part side. That's what they tease. I think I'm just still mad about how they marketed her.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Try to redeem her. I don't know if it's gonna happen. We'll see. Maybe I'll see you out. Play against the Skull Merchant.
Have you
Probably
bought
not
Skull
me.
Merchant?
Nope.
Well, you might
Just-
have to
I'm
get
kind of just
Curious.
I'm kind of just hoping I'll log in one day and she'll be there.
right. They're just
I
giving
can't-
Well,
you-
you know, there was it like last Christmas that they were giving out like all the shards and stuff,
I know.
so you could buy characters. I'm like,
Maybe if I do it with
No.
shards, maybe. But
I mean, then you're
I-
not technically spending any money.
I know. I just like my principles just won't let me. Like part of me is really like it'd be so cool if I could take this killer that I genuinely mechanically don't like and play it and learn how to play her and be good at it would be so awesome. But other part of me is like, do you really want to freaking buy her?
Yeah, right. Do I want to spend the money
And
on
that
this?
part is like, no.
I mean, you need to see how many shards you have.
But then
That's
like I
hilarious.
like to save my shards to get on my Michaela outfit.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm
I need to
saving up
be
for voided
special.
cosmetics.
Yeah. Because they come out with such good. We'll see. Maybe one day. One day when I can push the trigger. And even the other
One
day, I was like,
day.
oh, I have some extra money. Should I buy Skull Merchant? And I was like, heck no. Order some ice cream.
That is a better investment.
That's
Oh, I did a
amazing.
DoorDash from 7-Eleven.
Oh
So,
my.
you know,
So,
that's how it is.
Sometimes you just have to. Like,
Sometimes it's hot. Sometimes you just need ice cream
gosh.
and sour gummy worms and, you know.
effects.
I have ice
For-
cream downstairs. I'm going to have to go get
I
it.
know. I'm thinking of ice cream right now. But no, does anyone else have anything that they want to add about the event or anything we've talked about?
Well, we were going to talk about matches.
Gameplay.
Oh, that's right.
Gameplay. Like, how do we...
I'm
Do
sorry.
we
Sorry,
feel like it's
interrupted.
been chill, sweaty?
For me personally, I feel like I've died more than I've escaped. The matches that I have escaped in have been like full on either like 4 men out or it's been hatch. I've gotten a lot of hatches.
Yeah.
Or a 3-man. I will tell you what, something about this event, and I was mocking about this earlier, is that killers are really changing how they're playing. A lot of it could be because of the mechanics of the event, like with the hooks and stuff. So it's not like pop pain res and stuff like that. But a lot of killers have been going stealth, especially maybe playing into the stealth like cards you can pull in the game. And it's been kind of terrifying. Like I've had a
Yes.
stealth dredge, I've had a stealth hillbilly, and they're not even like considered like your normal stealth people. It's just they're quiet. Distortion tokens have been flying out the window. A lot of the Vecna's new perk with Franklin's.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so, and I do feel like
Do you know, have you heard,
It's been
have
a
you
little
seen the
tunnely.
survivors side of that though? Because I have as killer. There's a video about survivors are running object now.
Oh.
Because
Oh.
if you run
Interesting.
object against the Vecna perk with the Vecna sees your aura, well, if object, anytime the killer sees your aura, you see the killer's aura. So it's wall hacks on both sides.
Mhm.
So I've been getting in some of my killer rounds, I've been getting object of obsession.
Interesting.
Like I've had quite a few. So
I do like seeing I do run a lot of aura perks. I don't know if I'm brave enough to run object.
No, I bet I'll have to share a video. There's a content creator I watched and they were doing
Yeah.
it, and like people are thinking you're cheating, but yeah, they'll like purposely drop an item to activate it.
Ugh, I had
Oh,
Franklin's
put it back in
yesterday,
their court. Yeah, Franklin's
Mhm.
drive me crazy.
which I haven't had
Yes.
in forever. And then I was like, why is everybody running Franklin's?
It's the
Especially
Vecna
on
new perk.
multiple level maps because like
I don't
And I don't know
where
if
it
this is how
is.
it's supposed to be working, but I was on the meat plant and the item was above me, a floor above me, and it was triggering and I was losing a distortion token.
That's interesting. I don't know.
So I don't know if that's how it was supposed to be doing, but I tell you what, within the first 30 seconds of being in that game, my tokens were gone and they were like gone the whole match.
Mhm.
And distortion's a whole nother topic we'll be talking about later, but they're
Yeah, it
finding a
has
way
been.
around it, that's for sure. But I do think it's been a little sweaty. I did have some tunneled out matches, or
Yeah.
matches where people had to purposely come take hits and try to get me away. But I don't think it's been super bad. But I've had some fun matches. For the most part, like, the ladies know, I don't really care. Like, if you tunnel me, okay, you tunnel me. Do I wish I could be in the game longer? Yeah, but I'd rather just move on to the next match. I can have fun playing anything as long as I'm with my friends.
Oh.
Aw.
Oh.
But I don't know, what about your matches, Mocking? How they been Survivor and Killer side?
I played a lot more
Yes.
Survivor
Tell us
than
about the
Killer.
other side.
The other side. I played. Well, I've already done like all the riff stuff, so I've done more Survivor recently. But I feel like on the Survivor side, I feel like it started out when they first released it. It was very chill, and now it's
Very
just gotten
chill.
sweatier, sweatier,
Yeah, yeah.
sweatier, and like tunneling. And then I had this really weird Bubba match last night where he brought Insidious, but he like camped the hook. I could unhook myself, even if you have
Yeah.
Insidious.
Yeah.
It was really weird. It's like he was trying to tunnel me, and then like I got off the hook, and then other people took hits. So then we got 3 men out. I feel like though I've also gotten like really sweaty, or I feel like I've gotten some like newer killers where we get like 3 or 4 people out. Like we're
Where they're
just
trying
gen
to do what
rushing.
Queen
Like
was gonna do.
I've also gotten a ton of hillbillies. I don't know what it
Yeah,
is.
we've had
I have
hillbillies.
had baby
Yeah.
hillbillies.
I had a
Not the
lot of
best,
Billy
not the best
and
hillbillies.
Bubba.
Some good ones, but like overall I would say more newer people playing hillbilly. And I was like, what is going on? Because I would like to see, a little variety.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I mean, I
it's been,
understand saying Vecna a lot since he just came out, but
new.
like, it's been a lot of hillbilly. Killer side, I haven't played Killer in the last few days. I did at the beginning to do all the riff stuff. And I don't know, it's fine. Like, I do like the cards, they're interesting. And I feel like they're pretty, I will say this, they're pretty balanced
Mm-hmm.
in not swaying the match too much
Yeah.
one way or another. I think they're balanced really well. So I don't feel like the survivors have a great advantage with the cards, and I don't feel like when I play Survivor, the killer has like a big advantage. It's just like, okay, we see auras for like 8 seconds right now,
Mm-hmm.
right? We can run fast. I think the hardest one is probably the healing and exposed one. I would
Yeah.
say is probably the most unbalanced one because I don't think I gotta go look at it again.
Unbalanced when you're in the killer's way.
Because
I
it has
forgot.
nothing to do with the killer. I think that's my problem with the heal you expose you card is there's no effect on the killer. It's all
Mm-hmm.
survivor where the other cards affect both sides. Does that make
Mm-hmm.
sense? So like peekaboo is you see the auras, the wait where like okay, killer doesn't have a terror radius and survivors only scratch marks. So you both get something.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess depending on if you're like really afraid, no terror radius is probably really frightening. But you both get something and like the chests
Think of that.
they're
That's true.
so I think the heal you expose you card is the only one I kind of have an issue with. I wish there was like
Something that impacts the killer. Maybe like a hindered status effect or something.
make them
So
slower.
you're exposed, but they're slower.
Yeah. I think they should have added something for the killer because everything else affects both sides. But yeah, I feel like it's been sweaty. I feel like it's just gotten sweatier because I do prefer playing Survivor just because it's a little less stressful than Killer. What's it? And then I feel like I'm just very Rift like oriented, so I need Rift stuff
Mm-hmm.
to do to play to make myself motivated to play Killer.
Yeah,
But I will
get
not.
that.
I will not be the fun school merchant. I am not learning that one. I would like to be the chill Wraith. I don't know what is it with Wraiths being the sweatiest
Or
killers.
clowns.
I haven't come across a clown, to be honest.
I've had
I've had
several
one this
clowns.
event. I've had one. I've had Wraith after Wraith, Hillbilly, and occasionally a Vecna.
So I've
Occasionally
had a lot of
Vecna.
Vecna, Hillbilly, Bubba, and clowns.
Yeah, for me, it's been all hillbilly clown. I think I had like 2 Vecnas, but I was just like, why are there so many chainsaw killers?
I know one-shot killers like, y'all, chill out. Chill
But
out.
I think some of them are playing for the add-on that makes you silent to go with like
Mm,
all
Yeah,
the other stuff. Because we did have a few that were like that,
completely
and
silent. It's
it was
terrifying.
it was scary. And we had a few. I had one where the Bubba camped like the guy on the
Yeah, we
hook
had a camping Bubba,
the
but
entire time.
it was in game, but also that shout out to that survivor. We were playing three-man Swift, so we had a rando. That person ran that Bubba a total probably almost 4 gens.
And then we just had to leave them to die.
Yeah,
that's what
And
you
then
have
it
to
was
do
gonna
with
be a
Bubba.
I
trade.
mean it's one hit Bubba like
Yeah.
so.
It was like, R.I.P.
One
bro.
person
You're
was
out.
gonna be dying no matter what, so we decided to get this without. Sorry.
Your sacrifice will be remembered
Yeah, that
always.
Bubba
It
was
will.
literally up eye to eye level with the survivor on the hook. They weren't going anywhere, and they were by a door, so wasn't gonna happen. But yeah, so I
It's
feel like
like,
we're all kind of the same. Like the beginning was kind of chill, and it seems to have
yeah.
gotten a little sweaty.
I feel like there's some improvements they could do. Well, with this event and maybe Chaos Shuffle to make it not as sweaty. Like with Chaos Shuffle, I wish they would have disabled map offerings.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna put that because I think there were so many map offerings
Hmm.
with Chaos Shuffle because I think it was like one of the only things you could control, right? So I'm sick of RPD.
Oh, for
And
real.
on top of like leading up to the anniversary event, we had certain maps in higher rotation each week. They had a different like theme they were going through, like, oh, remember the past, and here's all the so some maps were in rotation more than others. And I liked Chaos Shuffle. I like this event. I wonder how this event would be with no perks.
Relying on like the bag of tricks cards.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they would have to have more because right now it rotates, I think, just through 5.
Yeah.
I feel like there would have to be like more random stuff.
Yeah, that'd be an
Yeah.
interesting gameplay, though.
We'll have to
Mechanic.
And
see
yeah,
for 2v8 they're going to do something different with perks too, so I don't know. We'll have to see how that plays out because you won't take perks. Oh, what did they say for 2v8? It was like there would be like different classes or something you would
Yeah.
choose from, so it won't be like perks. I don't know, or I guess maybe you're going to select a class and it might have a selected perks.
some skill or something to
Mhm.
it. Maybe
So, like,
similar to like Texas Chainsaw where your
Yeah.
character has certain skill.
Yeah, like if you're like
Mhm.
gonna do more of a healer, maybe they have a class for like healer, and
Mhm.
like you're okay. So your character's gonna have like maybe BT and botany or something.
Mhm.
But yeah, I do wonder if it would be less sweaty if if you couldn't have perks. But I don't know.
Which would
But
make
yeah,
sense.
but if there were more cards, and so there were more effects and interactions we could do. I don't know. Maybe we just need to wait for all the game modes, like for mobile.
Yeah, right.
I'm just like,
But I think you're onto
ah.
something because think about it. Because one of the cards is the ores, right?
Mm-hmm.
So everyone sees each other. It's all even playing field. You have the ones that make you faster. I do agree that if they were to do something like that, the one thing that does expose the survivors, they would have to have a negative effect to the killer to balance it out. But because everything just happens in the game, maybe they can cycle through faster, or there's a time on them, like
Mm-hmm.
every 2 minutes it goes off, and it's not based on hooks or gens
Yeah.
or something like that to make it a little more chaotic. I would agree. I think that without perks, like no one would have anything to complain about.
Yeah. Because
Everyone's
like,
more even and everyone's being affected by the same thing.
yeah, because I will say we've already said it. We run distortion. So like distortion cancels out some of the cards,
The cards.
the peekaboo and the party totems. Because with the party totems, if you take a totem, your aura is revealed.
Yeah.
So with distortion, it cancels that out. So like I feel pretty safe typically getting a totem because killer cannot see me. He
Yeah.
can see the totem's gone.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be like, oh, which direction did they run after that? They're not going to know. So, yeah, I think there would be more risk than with the party totems taking it. It's just
Yeah.
kind of my thought. Yeah, don't be so sweaty. Chill out.
It's all in fun.
We
We're
offer
here to
you-
have fun.
If we offer you
We're
gifts, take them, please.
Yeah.
I know.
We just want to party.
Because like we have 10 million chests on the map right now with all the offerings.
For
so,
real.
True.
and I do like the separate queue. So yay.
Yes.
I just wish it was it. Don't make the party queue, the anniversary queue, not the sweaty queue. Leave that for the regular
We're all
queue.
here to have fun. That's what matters. We'll see. We'll see if the DBD community ever gets non-sweaty. I feel like there's those moments where it like escalates and ramps up, but not during the birthday event. Let's all be nice. Trix had to plan this,
I
did all the
know.
decorations.
I know.
She did some amazing interior
Have a
decorating.
good time. Yeah.
And like she did it all by herself.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just give her some love.
Stop and smell the roses. Look at the decorations. They're really
Appreciate
pretty.
her.
For real. Any final thoughts?
No.
Nah, I think that's it.
I think we're
At
good.
least for me.
Mocking, any final thoughts?
No, I don't have anything.
I think we got everything covered. If I'm looking at my little Discord outline,
I know.
I
Our
think
little
we covered
thing.
all the things. Yeah, we like to outline the podcast, but I guess I'll wrap it up then. So, again, happy birthday, DBD, 8 years. Here's
Woo.
hoping that we get to 9 and see lots of cool improvements.
Yeah, don't screw up behavior.
Yeah, don't screw it
We're
up.
watching
I feel like there's always like behavior's like one big mess up away from like this game ending. Yeah, gotta watch out because Killer Clowns is out. I guess I don't know. I don't know.
I think that game's got some improvements to do from looking, but
yeah, I've seen some gameplay. I have not shelled out $40 for that game. No, thank you.
It's a
just
lot
watch.
right now.
Twitch streamers do it's fine.
But yeah, here's hoping that 8 years, the 8th year goes really well. We get lots of cool things, lots of nice
Yeah.
improvements.
Yeah, Jason,
And,
give us Jason.
Give us
Yeah,
stuff.
and
Stuff,
a
stuff,
little
stuff.
less sweaty matches.
Yeah, it's already hot enough, y'all.
I know, we've burned enough down here in the south. We don't need any more heat. But we want to thank you for listening to us ramble and wish you a good morning, good afternoon, and a good evening wherever you are. And bye.